157. Superb finishing. 126 for the match. For Adam Lipscombe. And Baby Boy is on the board. Leg one. 1-1. Quantock.
Polish feet. And obviously the class that Jim Long may be able to dig out at a key moment.
2 in hand. Only needs the one. It's a 14th answer to get Adam Mould on the board in this contest.
Hello, very good evening. Welcome along to the live lounge here in Portsmouth for the second session of the day here at the Modus Super Series. Our Group B is about to begin in earnest. We've got a Challenge Tour winner from the weekend. We've got a local favourite and one of the stars of the North American game in action. And talking about stars, well, Glenn Dummant's not here, Scott Mitchell's not here, Chris Mason's not here, Paul Nicholson's not here, so Matthew Edgar is here for the evening action. And this should be a really intriguing group, shouldn't it? Because all 5 players have all got something big under their belts and all will really fancy their chances on the stage.
It's not just about having something big under your belt, it's when it happened and when it came. And Justin Hood had that very, very recently when he picked up a recent Challenge Tour title. So he'll be coming here still brimming with confidence, and that could be a very positive sign for Justin.
Well, let's talk about this afternoon. A really intriguing session in Group C where we have 3 co-leaders at the top of the table. It's actually the ADC qualifier, Shane Hayward, that leads the way, but he's got Moreno Michels and Kieran Tierney close by. We thought at the beginning of the day not much was going to separate anybody, and it proved to be the case in the end.
Well, you could say any of the players are close by. There's nothing really splitting the whole group. It's what we expected it to be like at the start of the day, and it's what we got. We got a very tightly contested group. I think tomorrow we're going to get it even tighter in terms of the games. I think we're going to see a lot of 4-3s tomorrow, and I think it's going to go down to the wire. I think we won't know till that final lap of fixtures.
Well, that action is going to resume at 1 p.m. tomorrow on the Super Series YouTube channel. This is how the tournament bracket breaks down as we head into the final half of the week. Jess Smith won Group A on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. That Group C was what we watched this afternoon. But tonight is all about Group B, which is going to be headlined by Justin Hood, who won a Challenge Tour title at the weekend, averaged 107 en route to that particular success. The man from the Southwest is going to be one of the favourites to go on and win that Group B title, and he's a player that really came to real preeminence again here at the Super Series. Saw him play at the last BDO World Championships. He's had a quiet couple of years, but then when we saw him here last year, he won a week straight away, and he hasn't really looked back since, has he?
He's a developing player, isn't he? A lot of it comes down to exposure as well, and exposure to this sort of environment when playing on stages really does help, playing in front of like the streamed environment as well, and just getting used to that sort of eyes on and under the microscope. I mean, the cameras are heavily zoomed in here. You can miss by a little margin. It looks a mile away when you look at it on the screens, and that takes a little bit of time to adjust to and to sort of get used to, and just almost not worry about the expectation of what the viewership is doing. And Justin Hood now is starting to get to that point now where he goes on there and worries about himself and not what anybody else is thinking about his game.
Well, the other big favourite to win the group is Jim Long, the Canadian, who kick-started the week superbly well, averaged 95 for the day on Monday. But is it fair to say that Tuesday and Wednesday didn't quite follow suit?
Oh, more than fair. More than fair. It was night and day. There weren't even a comparison there. He had those 2 good games on Tuesday, and then from there, he just looked a completely different player. We picked up in commentary in regards to the grip of the dart, just started getting a little bit loose, and then just started throwing a little bit of body into the shot at times. Was even over-rotating, throwing the entire body into the shot. So there was concerns there in terms of the breakdown of the technique, certainly at those key crucial moments. But there's a little bit more opportunity in a Group B, where in Group A, it's just that one place.
We spoke about it this afternoon in regards to Moreno Michels and Kieran Tierney about reset mentality. How important is that going to be for Jim tonight?
I think he'll be happy enough with the opportunity that's ahead. I mean, for him, yes, he'll want to finish first. He gets a bigger prize fund, and obviously what that means going into Saturday night. But top 3, that's all he's got to be thinking here. Get himself through. He'll expect to be on Saturday night. He's got a friend already waiting in Saturday night in Jeff Smith, which could really help them bounce off each other, give them a practice partner and give them some familiarity, which I think would benefit both.
Well, let's have a look at the odds then for this evening's action, because Jim Long and Justin Hood, well, they're both tied at 13-2 to win the group. Now, we said earlier on today, Adam Lipscombe 9-1 to go on and win the group. We said first thing this morning, we had a look at the odds in our preparation for the sessions, that's just too big a price.
I think whoever priced it up hasn't been watching the Super Series recently. Yes, Adam Lipscombe has been playing on things like challenge tours and different events and hasn't had the level of success, but in this room, very, very different. He got through to a Saturday night on his last occasion, got through to the semi-final that time, hitting 100 averages for fun. He then followed that up when the influencer event where he picked up the title with George Scaife. And do you know what? I just got a feeling about Adam Lipscombe that he's going to keep developing and growing. And on this stage, I think he could make it his own. Wouldn't be surprised to see him start strong. And that 9-1, I would suggest just have a little play on that one.
Well, it's 18 plus, and it's begambleaware.org if you're going to have a flutter on the Super Series this evening. Right, let's get into our first game of the session. It does see the local favourite Adam Lipscombe in action. It took him a few attempts to qualify for his first finals night, but has reached each of the last two, and on every single occasion bringing a big crowd with him. He's made progress everywhere he's gone here at the Live Lounge. As a group stage exit in his first finals night, that was followed up by a semi-final. He's hoping that third time can be the charm here in Portsmouth, and he caught up with me earlier on this evening. Adam, back for another stint here at the Super Series. It feels like every time we see you here, you get more and more settled on that stage.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I feel like a bit more confident now, and then just relax and play my own game now. Yeah, so feels good.
In comparison to where we started to see you to where you are now, you're taking obviously more of a leap by playing Challenge Tours. You saw you have a good run actually in the Challenge Tour at the weekend. It feels like this has given you a real confidence to really go again in your career.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, when I come back last time, I was playing well, and I thought, and it still gives you the extra boost going up there and playing against similar sort of people as you play here. Yeah, I felt good, and then unfortunately lost to Robert Thornton in the last 16, but yeah, I felt it's improving it, to be fair. Yeah.
Last time we saw you here, another step of progress, semi-final for yourself on that brilliant night, packed house. I know Beaugrees won it in the end, but those are the types of nights you want to be involved in, aren't they?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Beau's class, but yeah, it could either go either way. And I think if I had my head on a bit better, I could have probably went a bit further. But yeah, it depends. I know I can do it.
Back to tonight, really tough group. Everybody in there has had something of note in their career in the past. So this is one of those groups where I can imagine that from game one you got to knuckle down, haven't you?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I know quite a few. I know all of them, to be fair. And I think it's going to be quite a nice quick one tonight. I think everyone's similar sort of paced.
Do you feel like though if you play your best darts, you've got a very good shout though?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I believe in it more now. Do you know what I mean? Like before, I'd be a bit but I definitely can throw with them. Yeah.
Well, I wish you all the very best tonight, Adam. Good luck.
Thank you, Richie.
And it's going to be a battle of the Adams to kickstart the evening's proceedings. And who's going to have a happy evening start in this particular encounter as Lipscombe takes on Mould. Adam Mould, who was in Group A on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, up against Adam Lipscombe, who won the Charity Influencers event. Yep. And on top of that, a number of other achievements in his career. The 32-year-old from Portsmouth up against Adam Mould, the 36-year-old from Aylesbury, former Challenge Tour event semi-finalist, and a former weekly winner here at the Live Lounge as well. A real career highlight for him, that is for sure. So the Battle of the Adams will get the evening's action underway. Match 1 of 10 in our evening session, and every single one of them is going to be refereed by that man there, Jack Garwood, who straight away is going to realise that there's two Adams on the stage. They're the hard ones for the referees because you've got to keep check on every single pace.
100.
I think Adam did make a good point there in the fact that I think there's going to be a very good pace to this group. All the players
57.
just like to get on. I think maybe Jim Long, possibly the only one that may take a little bit more time, be a little bit more deliberate, but already Adam Lipscombe hitting the ground running just like he did last time. And he was in this group before and really did come out of the traps flying with an average of around 105.
140.
Two players that was really sort of unearthed here at the Super Series, aren't they? Adam Lipscombe and Adam Mould.
Yeah, Adam was picked up by some scouts who went to a couple of local competitions where he was pretty much sweeping apart the opposition, which includes the likes of Simon Whitlock, Chaz Barstow, Ryan Finesse. The list goes on, Mike Gillett.
137.
Took him a couple of attempts to really feel at home on the Super Series stage, but like London Buses, a first finals appearance was followed by a second. He's now travelling the circuit a little bit more than he did in the past, and he's left himself
56.
on 84 after
Adam,
a
you
dozen
require
darts to
84.
take a 1-0 lead. Mould back a 1-2-8. And Lipscombe deciding
44. Adam,
not
you require
to
128.
go for the bullseye, and even in that case, he missed the target he would have wanted. But he's not going to get punished by Mouldy.
Yeah, it was a brave call, but it turned out to be the right one.
Adam, you require 40.
In that situation, it was just one treble, wasn't it, to get a
Game
dart
shot
with
on
a
the
double for
first
Mould,
leg.
but
Adam Lipscombe.
it's the hold in the end for Lipscombe. And do you know what, Henry? You ask me for predictions all the time.
Second leg. It's Adam Mould
And
to throw
I'm
first.
normally one that gives
Game
out
on.
nice big and bold predictions. So I'm going to give you another prediction here tonight.
Go on.
And it's going to be in this game. I think
58.
this game is going to be won by Adam.
125.
Well, that's part one of the bet builder landed. Have you got the lottery numbers for tomorrow whilst you're at it?
Yes, I'll give you them tomorrow.
78.
Great work.
That first start again from Lipscombe was a real
100.
key strength of his when he was here last time. Power scoring has gone to a different level really for Lipscombe over the sort of last 12 months. Getting so much more consistent.
100.
I suppose for a player like Lipscombe that just plays completely on rhythm and feel, you can see the drawback just coming to the side there of the eye and the face, and it doesn't really get too much of a sighting on the dart. It's just all on rhythm and feel.
95.
He needs to have confidence for that to come through smooth. Need to trust the action, trust the flow.
40.
Just let it go.
Adam, you require 170.
170 to Mould for Mould to level up at one apiece. You saw Arnie Spee hit it earlier on today. And Mould's going to
Game shot on
follow
the
suit.
Second leg. Adam Mould.
It's a fishy for Mouldy. It's 1-1.
Third leg. It's Adam Lipscombe to
I
throw
wonder
first.
if now,
Game on.
after Adam Lipscombe stood at the back of the stage and watched Adam Mould just pop in a 170 finish, if
45.
in the same situation he would lay up rather than let Adam Mould have a shot at finish. Was that a warning shot there to the Adam Lipscombe game plan?
Well, that's some way to light up the blue touch
81.
paper for the evening's entertainment. We said that this could be a high quality, high drama, high octane group, and in leg two we've already seen the big fish from Adam
29.
Mould. And you get the sense this is a night where players really are going to hit some big stuff against one another. Matter of fact,
139.
Adam Mould was the only player in Group A not to hit a ton plus checkout. And with his first leg one in Group
100.
B, he's found the biggest finish of the lot.
$95. $45.
Mould looking for a break.
39.
In these sort of short format games, we can often see like a moment really turn the momentum.
180.
That could be the
Adam, you
moment that
require
resists
147.
the attack from Adam Mould.
Well, Mould's not going to take out the 147 break, and so Lipscombe's going to come back for the 102 to put himself back in
41.
front. A game which has been
Adam, you
dominated
require
by the player phone
102.
first. 87 remaining. And he's going to have a dart at double 18. That's
Game shot on the
superb.
third
It's an
leg.
exchange
Adam
at ton
Lipscombe.
plus checkout to the beginning of this contest. Lipscombe with a 102 on the back of Mould's 170.
Fourth leg,
And it
it's
is the
Adam
man
Mould to
from
throw
Paulsgrove who leads
Game on.
2-1.
Just rewind back 6 darts. Adam Lipscombe went to 282. Adam Mould 147.
44.
At that point, you think Adam Lipscombe needs a max or he's in big trouble. He found the maximum and followed it up with a 102, a conversion of
100.
282 points in 6 darts. And that was, Adam Mould was looking quite strong for a break.
95.
I suppose that's just that quality and that belief now that we have and that Adam Lipscombe has
125.
in his game right now.
I think it's of the greatest respect in the world that Adam Lipscombe probably wouldn't have done that in response 12 months ago, but that's how far he's come along.
Oh,
46.
absolutely not. But that's why
140.
I believe 9-1 and Adam Lipscombe in this group is a little bit too big.
60.
A little bit like this afternoon, you
Adam,
felt it
you
was a
require
group that if somebody on the
136.
periphery you really like the look of, it was worth having an outside bet. This would be for a hat-trick of tub plus checkouts.
120.
Double 8 doesn't go. It would have been for a 12 dart leg. It would have been for the break that would have seen Lipscombe throw for the match.
60. Adam, you require
And he's going to get
16.
time here. We need the first leg in which a player's really dominated.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
And the
Adam
man-
Lipscombe.
On the nearby surroundings, moves to within a leg of winning the first match of this group.
Fifth leg. It's Adam Lipscombe to throw first. Game on.
Absolutely solid from Lipscombe.
97. $84.
Again, that
140.
first dart just takes the pressure out the shot when the first dart goes in the treble. You know it's minimum requirement done in regards to keeping control.
118. $55. $99.
Another one of these. Would have been good news for
85.
Lipscombe. He's left himself on 1-2-4, and considering the fact that he's taken out a 102 and he's missed double 8 for 136, this is very much on the cards. 140 for
140.
Mould, leaves himself
Adam, you
on a
require
single to double
124.
combination to get the break back. Bullseye. Doesn't go.
90. Adam,
Couldn't
you
quite find the
require
line or
60.
length for them, and so Mould comes back, looking at tops. Return this game to throw. Double 10. Lipscombe sat on double 17 for the match. And he's going to get a
40.
go at it.
Adam, you require 34. Game
And the
shot
9-1
and the
outsider
match,
to win
Adam
the group is
Lipscombe.
up and running with a comprehensive win. Adam Lipscombe wins the Battle of the Adams against Adam Mould by 4 legs to 1, averaging 91.12. Both players were tub plus checker. Adam Mould reeling in the big fish. It's a 4-1 victory for Adam Lipscombe, though, to kickstart the evening's affairs. Coming up next, Chris Quantock, another former weekly winner in this Group B field, takes on the Canadian Jim Long. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. We've had a really good game to kickstart our evening session. Adam Lipscombe getting the better Adam Mould by 4 legs to 1, averaging 91.12. 4 for 9 on the doubles. Both players finding a ton plus checkout in there. Lipscombe with a 102. Adam Mould pinning the big fish. Next up for us, Quantock, the former weekly champion, 33 years of age from York, is back in action here at the Live Lounge. Up against Jim Long, the 56-year-old from London, Ontario. Has been with us since Monday morning in Group A. The gentleman got off to a superb start. He would top Group A on both the opening 2 days, but then couldn't convert that into a victory. It was Jess Smith that eventually went on to take the spoils in the end. As for the gentleman, he is hoping that he can change his fortunes. We spoke earlier on this evening, myself and Matthew Edgar in the studio, about the possibility of reset mentality for Jim. Well, I suppose the one thing that does go into your favour if you don't win a Group A and you come second is the fact that you get a very long time to recover. So Jim has got that luxury of, well, the best part of 36 hours to have got over that disappointment.
He has, but I always fear for the players coming from a Group A campaign into a B, because it's such a time frame difference and a difference in regards to the early morning to then a late morning.
140.
Getting the body readjusted and set. We do sometimes see that transition struggle a little bit at times, and Jim Long will have his hands full here with a player like Chris Quantock, who's had much success on the Challenge Tour. That was a few years ago now, before he picked up his PDC Tour card in 2017.
93.
But you've got to say, Chris Quantock may be a player that at the moment hasn't quite lived up to his potential and his ability. And by 92. Saying that, it's quite complimentary, because ability-wise, you've got to say he's probably a better player than his CV 60. Suggests in the darting sense.
I've spoken to Chris in the past about this, and I just get the sense that he's just in a happy place with the way darts is right now.
82.
In terms of being able to play what he wants and to be able to enjoy what he's playing, and he's playing at a high level. He's not going to kickstart leg 1 with a 148 finish, but Jim Long's going to return for the 146 to
140.
Get the break of throw. He's going to have to take it out because Quantock's left himself on double 4.
Oh, it's on. Nearly another big finish there to add to the ones we've seen already. The 170 from Adam Mould, the 102 from Lipscombe. That one not quite as big in terms of numbers, but big in terms of Quantock getting his first leg on the board.
Second leg.
You'd say that's a solid way to begin the night. 16 data for Chris Quantock to kickstart his campaign. Overall in Group A, Jim Long amassed a total average over the course of 15 games of 88.9. Now, Monday was a very fruitful day for the gentleman. His average 95.15. It dovetailed a little bit on Tuesday and Wednesday, respectively. I think he'd be slightly disappointed about the way things ended in the way after what was
43.
Eventually, what was actually a very, very good start to his campaign. In terms 60. Of the doubling, that was where things began to go awry for him. It's 1 in 3, 50 out of 148 attempts, which by and large is around about par for the course, but it was the timing of the misses, wasn't it, in matches?
108!
We don't have to wait long to get a maximum in this one. As either a very good standard to kickstart our Group B campaign, and I've got a feeling that it's going to continue this way throughout the evening.
97.
You just get the sense that the pace, the way the games go, and actually the characters on show, they're just all going to mould into one, and they'll play into each other's hands. And the quality so far this evening has most certainly been indicative of that. Double 16 for 14 dart leg. Jim Long levels 1-1. And this was his real strong suit on Monday, wasn't it? 11 out of his first 15 legs he won on Monday was in the space of 15 darts or less. That's a 14 darter to kickstart his campaign.
I would love to know what's going through the mind of Jim Long right now, just to go and ask him, because he was just stood at the back of the stage there, actually shaking his head. It was a 14 dart leg. It was a good, clean finish. I wonder what
140.
he's thinking or expecting. He's averaging 104.
100.
Do you think he's in that state of, yes, he's playing well, but he feels like there's another gear to go, but he's maybe at points not been able to truly unlock it this week?
Oh, there are times when you're playing that you get sort of lost in the game.
140.
Where you sort of play bad, but you think you're playing well, or you play well, but you think it's
41.
bad. It's very weird sometimes. You can always predict your average and you think, oh, that weren't very good. I only did 75. You look, it's a 90. And then there's other times you think, that's got to be about 100. And
100.
it's 82. Maybe Jim is in that mode where maybe he's been in the back room practicing and
96.
playing his games and his routines
Jimmy
and
require
getting everything
121.
on point. And then maybe just feels like it's not quite what he was doing back there. But this is very, very good from Jim Long. Went for the ball first there, didn't need to go for the treble 17 to leave him on the ball.
45.
He's himself on 76 after his return. Could be on for back-to-back 14s if he's perfect with the first 2 darts here.
83. Jimmy requires
Quantock averaging 89.5. But you just get the sense in this group that if you're going to make K, you're going to have to be above the 90 mark at least. Jim Long is way above the 90 mark. He's into the tons. And he could be 2-1 up with a break if he could pin tops. Yes,
Game
is
shot
the
on the third
answer.
leg.
29 darts for the last 2 legs for Jim Long to turn this match on its head. From 1-0 down, he
Full
leaves
flag.
2-1
It's
with
Jim
a
to
break.
throw first. Game on.
I'm sure Chris Quantock would have been tuning in at various parts during the week to check out his opposition, see what he'd be up against.
108.
He would have saw probably a variety of performances for Jim Long, and maybe was hoping he wouldn't be getting this version of him.
100.
Well, we tend to see his best performances, Jim Long, at the beginning of a session. And this seemingly another case in point. This could potentially be a perfect leg.
139.
But it's only 5 in.
$44.
This is quality from Jim Long. He's hitting Chris Quantock very, very hard, and it's not like Quantock's not played well here. It's just Jim Long has been elite.
81. Jimmy require 82.
Well, he's got all the time he wants to open up a 3-1 advantage. 2 went for the bullseye. And that's going to leave Medard at tops.
42.
Also, I think another factor that could come into play is
58.
if Jim
Jimmy
is
require
still
40.
slightly jet-lagged, this is the perfect time for him to play. Because it'd be around evening time in the United States and Canada.
No score.
3 darts on the wire. Look over to the scoreboard, and he would be quite happy to see where Chris Quantock is.
80.
As he gets another
Jimmy
handful at
require
least here
40.
to open up that advantage.
The misses have been in handfuls for
No
Jim
score.
Long, and that's the case again
Chris,
there.
you
This would
require
be some steal for
138.
Quantock if he could take the 138 out. He's not going to, and so Jim's going to return for tops to make it 3-1.
83. Jim, you require 40. Game shot on the 4th flag.
And it goes
Jim Long.
3-1 to the Canadian. Leg away from the match. Chris Quantock throwing to stay in the contest.
5th flag. It's Chris to throw first. Game on.
It's a question we're not really,
84.
or an observation we haven't really spoken about so far this week, Matt, with the two Canadians making the travel over. Now, if the boot was on the other foot and you had to go over to the United States and Canada to play in a tournament similar to this,
100.
at what point would you make the travel over to make sure that you're in the prime condition when it came to the first day's play?
It'd be the Friday or the Saturday, so you've got that day or two just to sort of reacclimatise. And I spent quite a bit of time with John Part, who never really relocated over here. He was always backwards and forwards, and he used to do the same.
81.
He used to say a day before, so you've got a full day of which to sort of reset, and the same going back home as well.
140.
Well, this has been a really good response from Quantock, leaving himself on a 2-darter after 9. Doing the job he needed to do on throw, but he does know in the next one he's going to have to find a break.
97.
Assuming he gets it done with the 6 darts he's got in hand from here. Double 12. Would have been
73.
4-12. Well, not the score that Jim would have wanted, but that's a good recovery with dart 3.
Pressure required,
So it presents
24.
Quantock with a number of other opportunities to win this 5th leg.
Game
Well,
shot
that's
on
a
the fifth
14
leg,
darter
Chris
to bring it back to
Quantock.
3-2. But this is the leg for Jim Long. This is the one where he has the darts to wrap up the win, to wrap up
Sixth
the points, and
leg,
to
it's
make
Jim to
sure that
throw
that
first.
excellent start
Game on.
finishes off with a win.
Excellent start is what I'd be hoping for here. The first 3 darts could be vital in this leg, because you don't want to give encouragement to your opponent. Who knows, Chris Quantock will have the darts in the
46.
last leg, should it go to a decider.
Well, finishing is a strong suit as well at
100.
Chris Quantock. 50% in this particular match. In terms of his annual stats, his finishing prowess is as good as anybody in the group. 38.25% on his finishing over the last 12 months. That is elite level.
108.
That is an elite visit from Jim Long, and he could be on the cusp here.
Our 4th maximum of the game, evenly split 2 apiece.
100.
But he just gave him back the advantage of throw after that poor visit with the opening 3.
$100. 139.
Well, that's left Quantock on a bogey, and so now that unforced error has allowed Long 6 for the match on 175.
I mean, I can see why he's moved away, because the dart was loose in the treble 20, but 17s would have left him a shot. He
130.
could have utilised the 25 and ball. He may have just cost himself this game.
92. Jimmy require 45.
To seal a 4-2 success, it was a really good start for Jim Long. He had a couple of 14 darters to get things started. He readjusts his grip
Game
and
shot
fires
and
in
the
another
match,
14
Jim
darter
Long.
to get the better of Chris Quantock by 4 legs to 2. And the man who tasted disappointment in Group A comes straight off the bat in Group B of a win. Jim Long gets the better of Chris Quantock by 4 legs to 2 in a high-quality encounter. 2 real high-quality encounters to kickstart our evening. Adam Lipscombe running in the winner's enclosure tonight. He takes on Justin Hood, the joint favourite to win Group B after this short break. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break, Jim Long got the better of Chris Quantock by 4 legs to 2. 14 darters were the name of the day for the Canadian in that particular success. 93.61 was the end average. 4 from 12 on the doubles. Quantock, 91.79 himself, 50% on the outer ring. But now it's time to see Adam Lipscombe and Justin Hood go toe-to-toe. Lipscombe, who was the 9-1 outsider to win Group B, up against the co-favourite with the Odds compilers, the 31-year-old Justin Hood, who just on Saturday won a PDC Challenge Tour event for the first time in his career. Happy Feet was darting and dancing with delight as he picked up the jackpot in Milton Keynes, up against Adam Lipscombe, the 32-year-old based in Portsmouth, twice a Super Series weekly finalist, is Baby Boy. And he is hoping to this time be able to lift the trophy, and for his section of supporters to finally taste that success on a Saturday night. And if he was to make it through to a Champions Week and a Champions Night, you wouldn't be able to get a ticket to this place because it would be packed to the rafters. Well, Justin Hood has his own support base when he qualifies for a Saturday night, and he is a heavy, heavy favourite to do so. And those first 3 darts are reason as to why.
Yeah, the odds compilers going
85.
along with the fact that Justin Hood picking up that Challenge Tour title will probably come here with an air of confidence and swagger, and you'd expect to see that as well from
90.
Justin Hood because of how recent it was. We are talking just a couple of days ago.
100.
Well, it wasn't just the fact he won, it was the way that he won it as well. Throughout the course of the day, was playing at such a high level. Kicked off a 90.61 average
56.
in beating Reese Robertson. That's a horrid first round draw. Then a 98.88. Didn't drop a leg in his first 2 matches. Was then made to work for it
97.
against Jamie Atkins, averaging 95 and a 5-4 win. Followed by an 86 against Mikkel Unterbuchner. 112 average in the last 16 against Chris
140.
Hurds, before a 93.94 in the quarterfinal against Jarno Bottenberg, an 86.65 in the semi-final against Christian
47.
Kiss,
Justin
and winning the
requires
final against Dragutin
76.
Horvat of 107.24 average by 5 legs to 1. And he's on for a 14 darter here to kickstart proceedings.
60.
But he is going to come back. He has got the luxury of time.
92. Justin, you require 16.
To get this leg 1 in double quick time. Double 4.
Game shot on the
Eventually
first
goes
leg.
1-0 Justin Hood. And I mention double quick time because this was how he won that final against
Second
Dragutin
leg, it's
Horvat.
Adam to throw first.
Legs of
Game on.
13-12, 15-11, 16 was the worst of the match to get over the line. 6 legs
140.
in that final, and it took just 9 minutes to complete them.
$136.
Does react in different ways, different players do. Sometimes you get to a final and you think, well, I'm happy to be in the final, and you end up just sort of playing with
125.
freedom. Where for some people, when you get that close, the nerves really start to go to different levels. And I think what we're seeing with Justin Hood is he's one of the players that when he gets to a final, he really just enjoys and embraces it, because we've seen it here as well, haven't we, at the Super Series, that
79.
he just loves that sort of battle. And, well, he's a man on a mission, and he's a man who's got a goal and an ambition.
125. Adam,
Right, it's
you
been a
require
superb start to this
157.
match. Lipscombe looking for the 157 to level up. Isn't going to go, and so Justin Hood looking to
97.
pin the 103.
Justin,
It'll be
you
our
require
third top plus checkout of the
103.
evening. After the big fish from Mould and the 102 from Lipscombe. And he's going to get a dart at double 18,
67.
which grazes
Adam,
the
you
wire.
require 60.
To level proceedings up. Double 10.
40.
Well, the story of this game
Justin,
so
you
far has
require
been immaculate
36.
scoring, but some dodgy finishing.
Game shot on the
13
second
darter
leg.
there for Justin Hood to
Hood.
break the throw of Adam Lipscombe. 2-0 Happy Feet leads. We
Third
mentioned
leg,
that
it's
quick
Justin
fire
to
game
throw
in that
first.
Challenge Tour final
Game on.
against Dragutin Horvat, which lasted all of 9 minutes. Well, it's taken Justin Hood just 3.5 minutes to move into a 2-0 lead.
140.
Yeah, good pace about this game. Both players really suited and benefited from the quick pace, quick
59.
approach, quick exiting from the hockey. And at the moment, it's an average of 100 for Justin Hood, and it's what we expected, wasn't it? That confidence to really sort of
100.
shine through.
$55. $55.
Not quite the same levels here for Adam Lipscombe that we saw in his opening game when he beat Adam Mould by 4 legs to 1. Average of 91 in that one with a
85.
102 finish.
Well, Justin Hood, in terms of the Challenge Tour in 2024, holds the third highest running average of any player to have played across the series of events. In every single match he's
85.
played so far this year, his average of averages 90.95. In fact, one of just 4 players to have an average above
93.
90
Justin, you require
in that
121.
particular tour. As a matter of fact, if you're
89.
wondering who has the highest running average on the Challenge Tour this year, perhaps it's not a surprise that the name that
97.
I'm about to read out is that of
Justin, you
Connor
require
Scott,
32.
92.99 for the year so far. Double 16 for 3-0 lead for Justin Hood.
Game shot on the third leg.
Solid.
Justin Hood.
Yeah, Justin Hood a bit too good.
Fourth leg. It's Adam to throw first.
Really rhymey
Game
today,
on.
aren't I?
You're a poet and you didn't even know it.
100.
What's they say? If you rhyme, you have a good time.
60.
Have some fun while saying some puns.
90.
And can you really, really please shut up, Henry?
That's a good one.
100.
Well, Lipscombe hasn't thrown bad in this match, but Hood's just been able to
60.
find more haymaker scores in this contest. Score and power pack indicative of that. Exactly double the score in power
60.
Justin Hood compared to Adam Lipscombe. 6 tons, 2 140s for Hood compared to the 3 tons and 1 140 of Lipscombe in this contest.
60.
And he's 281 points away from wrapping it up.
99.
Good recovery there from
135.
Lipscombe after the first start in the treble 5. You started to fear the worst for him with Justin Hood sat ready to pounce.
56. Adam, you require 56.
A couple more darts at the double here if Adam Lipscombe can
Game shot on
convert,
the
and he
fourth
does.
leg,
He gets his
Adam
first leg
Lipscombe.
on the board in the game and just stops this rout from Justin Hood.
Fifth leg. It's Justin to throw first.
However, Justin
Game
does
on.
have the darts in this 5th leg to get the job done, to see himself over the line in this particular contest.
100. 100. 140.
He's just doing the right things, isn't he, Justin?
140. 91.
He's playing with a element of freedom, an element of relaxation.
97. Justin, you require
But we've already seen
107.
this finish go once tonight. It was Adam Mould against Adam Lipscombe. It's not going to go on this occasion. So Lipscombe,
96.
a chance. It's a
Adam, you require 164.
big chance, but it's a chance.
Found the first treble, couldn't follow up with dart 2, and so Justin Hood comes back
76.
now. Looking at 74
Justin,
to get
you
over the
require
line. A
74.
4-1 victor. It's been a really good performance off the bat here for Happy Feet. And he could round it off with a 14 darter by pinning double 16.
58.
The only thing he'll be a
Adam, you
little bit annoyed
require
with is the
88.
doubling. 3 from 11 in this contest. And Lipscombe's going to get a go at double 7 to save the match.
81.
Cannot convert, and so
Justin, you
Justin Hood will
require
have 3 in
16.
his hand, a double 8 to round off a comprehensive victory.
Game shot
And it
on
is
the
a
match,
4-1 win
Justin
for Justin Hood to kickstart the night for him. The group favourite, as far as Group B is concerned, is off and running. The scoring was immaculate at times. The finishing maybe just needing a little bit of a sharpen up on. But Adam Lipscombe, well, 1 win, 1 defeat. He's halfway through his session already. And we are 3 games through our session already. Coming up after the break, Adam Mould and Chris Quantock go toe-to-toe in match 4. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. With that man in your picture there, Adam Mould, is looking to pick up his first win, as is Chris Quantock, both losing in their opening match of the evening. Before the break, we saw Justin Hood, the co-favourite, alongside Jim Long to win this group. Win by 4 legs to 1 against Adam Lipscombe, averaging 89.214 from 13 on the doubles. The scoring side of the game was absolutely superb from the man from the southwest, from the man from Glastonbury. He was all singing, all dancing in that particular department, but
Game on.
the finishing will need some touching up upon. Whilst for these two players, well, they're just hoping to get on the board for the evening.
Both
96.
had decent performances in their opening game. Chris Quantock found a couple of maximums on his way to an average just shy of 92. Adam Mould found
41.
the biggest finish of them all, the 170. And if the afternoon session's anything to go by, the advantage a throw this week could be quite a
96.
sizable advantage. And at the moment, or should we say in this game, it's going the way of Adam Mould in regards to who throws first.
83.
Well, we're mentioning Justin Hood's stats as far as the Challenge Tour is concerned this year. I think this is a show of where Chris Quantock's at in his career. His numbers are really good, but he hasn't played the
96.
same amount of games on the Challenge Tour as the rest of the big hitters. Only played 11 matches this year on that particular tour, but has a running average of 89.48. We know the quality's there, but I just think that he's kind of happy with where
100.
he is with the game. He'll play what he wants to play in, and will still hope for that same success.
100. Adam, you require 113.
Having a bit of a word with himself there. Adam Mould knows that was a
81.
sloppy start to the
Chris, you
combination,
require
but a great way to wrap up
137.
that visit. We'll come back for a handful of darts at double 16. Not had too many darts at the outer ring today.
57. Adam, you require
Only had
32.
3, of which one of them he converted for the 170.
Game shot on the first leg.
And he's 1 in
Adam
3
Mould.
in that particular combination. Mould draws first blood. He leads 1-0.
Second leg. It's Chris to throw first. Game on.
You already get the sense that this is a big match for both players, even at this early stage of the evening
100.
session.
Well, it's always key to get your first win on the board, to get some points on there and feel happy and comfortable and in contention.
78. 96. 100. 100.
Exchange of tons, but it's Quantock in control of this second leg. 6 darts on 205 to level this particular
60.
contest up at 1 apiece.
$96. 59. Chris, you require 109.
Jumper 19. We're going to Medard at double 16.
49.
But he's going to return for a single to double combination. Well, not really firing on his scoring boot so far.
60. Chris, you
Scoring which you
require
see when he
60.
deserted it up to press. And so Quantock's going to get 2 darts at tops here to level this contest up at 1 apiece. Now double 10.
Game shot on the second
issues
leg.
with double
Chris
10.
Quantock.
It's a double that every single left-hander loves.
Third
Just
leg.
where
It's
it
Adam
is
to
on
throw
the
first.
board and how easy it
Game
is
on.
for a left-handed player just to smoothly release the dart into that bed.
$100.
Generally cannot think of a left-handed player who's bad on double 10.
140.
Apart from myself.
Beat me to it.
Well, Owen Binks is a left-hander and his double
100.
10 hitting leaves a lot to be desired. You can see that. He played Charlie Corsfine in a game on the Super Series YouTube
140.
channel. I would recommend if you are going to watch that to spare a fair bit of time if you're going to watch that video in duration.
57. 95.
This is a good leg here from Quantock, leaving a finish after 9 on the Adam Mould throw. Adam Mould had this similar sort of situation earlier on when he took on Adam Lipscombe. It was done against him, where Lipscombe found a big finish and a big maximum. Adam Mould looking to
86.
have his own big conversion.
64.
He's going to have to, because Quantock's left tops after 12. He's going to get 2 in his hand at double 8. It's not converted, so Quantock comes back for tops
40.
to break the throw Mould and to lead 2-1. 13 dart breaker throw. This is really good from Quanny. He leads 2-1.
Full flag.
Average 92.8. The finishing okay. The scoring good as well. He'll be pleased enough with this performance so far. He would have been pleased enough with his performance in the first game, to be perfectly honest. It was just the timing of the brilliance from Jim Long was just too much for him.
100. $77. 83.
Beautiful. In the middle of the bed, standing up to attention.
140.
Inviting for the angle of entry of Chris Quantock. It looks like he's making a bit of a move here to try and open up a bit of a gap.
44.
Adam Mould unable to go with him. Quantock, you feel, did kind of run into one a little bit, didn't he, in his opening game against Jim Long. Jim Long running well over 100 for the majority of that game.
Yeah, the stats don't really represent the contest as a whole, particularly the numbers of Jim Long.
Chris require 86.
Quantock's played some stunning stuff tonight. He could be 3-1 up if he finds the ball.
61.
He wasn't too far away. He really did scare
94.
it.
Choices here for Mouldy. He chooses to go the more trendy route. Tops.
74. Christian required 25.
He's had a dart to save the situation here as Adam Mould, and now he can't do anything but watch. And he's not going to like what he's seeing. Good performance here from Chris Quantock, who seems to be having a bit of a resurgence recently.
Flag. It's Adam to throw first.
Multiple-time Challenge Tour winner.
Well, he's averaging 91.62 here. Averaged 91.79 in his first game. 60% on the doubles in this match. 50% on the doubles in his last match. He's playing good stuff and also playing good stuff at a really attainable level. These are the types of numbers that you can run at quite comfortably for the duration of an evening. Quantock's weekly success came in Series 5, Week 8. He beat Bradley Roos in that particular final. He was in his second appearance here. He appeared in Series 3, failed to make it through to Finals Night. Finals Night, which was won by Darryl Pilgrim. Colin Osborne was runner-up in the final. And you should know this week, Series 3, Week 12, quite well, Matthew Edgar, because he played in the semi-finals against Colin Osborne.
Yeah. 3 match darts, I believe.
21.
I was
Adam, you require
pretty angry about that one.
Well, Mould will be an angry figure if he loses each of his opening 2 matches,
85.
but he's left himself on the double here after 12. The only problem Adam's got is this is on throw. He's going to have to attack the Quantock darts in the next leg. And there's not even a guarantee now they're going to be a next leg if he misses these.
Game shot on the fifth
But that's a real good
Adam
leg. 14 darter just to steady the ship a little bit. But Quantock here has the darts to win the contest by 4 legs to 2.
Game on.
I'll tell you what, the week that Chris Quantock won was not a bad
91.
week whatsoever. Quantock won. Bradley Roos the runner-up. The 2 semi-finalists were Neil Duff and Alex Spellman. John Worsley and Jared Cole,
140.
the two players who lost in the group phase. And these are the players that missed out. Richie Howson, John Brown, Josh Richardson, our tool card
97.
holder, Tom Sykes, former Champions Week runner-up, Christopher Tunders, fine young player from Germany, and James Richardson, of which we know
100.
exactly what he's capable of.
$134.
Beautiful switch in there again from Quantock. He's found a lot of success there down on the treble 19s.
140.
Well, good leg here from Mould. He's tried to attack the situation.
9. Adam, you
I mean,
require
he's
121.
left to finish, but it's not an ideal shot there for Quantock, and this is now all about Adam Mould. He's toying up the idea here of not going for the ball.
Game shot
But
on
he
the
does,
6 flag.
and he
Adam
hits.
Mould.
Not surprised he hit it earlier on for the 170
Seventh and
finish,
final leg.
but that
It's
one
Adam to throw first.
contextually
Game on.
much, much bigger.
We have to give credit where credit's due, because it could have been so easy for Adam Mould when he was on the canvas at 3-1 down to have just been met with the
25.
knockout punch. But he's come back swinging himself, and now all the questions are on Chris Quantock, who had a 3-1 lead in this game,
140.
has seen that evaporate, is against the darts in the decider, but kicks off 140.
That was to punish the poor start there from Adam Mould, who only hit 25.
96.
How big could that last start be? Because it could have been pretty much leg over there had he not found that treble. Keeps him interested.
96.
That switching from Quantock again. So successful down on the 19s.
43.
This time, Mould unable to dig himself out of the hole with the last start. So it's all about Quantock, who gets to start on the 19s, where he's found a lot of success and finds some more.
133.
Beautiful scoring leg here. Just like Adam Mould in the last 9 darts
58.
to get down to a low
Richie
ton
require
finish.
132.
And could round it off here with a 1-3-2 finish. Double 12 for Quanny to win a cracker.
120.
Bit of a sigh there for Adam Mould. He knows there's nothing he can do. A couple of trebles would get him down to a finish, and he's saying, why now?
108.
Well, I suppose better late than never.
Chris,
But that could be the last 3 darts he throws in this match.
Game
Because
shot
Chris
and the
Quantock
match,
with a
Chris
13 darter
Quantock.
gets over the line to win 4-3 against Adam Mould. Quanny had raced into a 3-1 lead in the contest before Mould took us all the way to a last leg decider. But it is Quantock, the former weekly champion, who held his nerve with an average of 94.444 from 7 on the doubles. A real good performance from him. A real good game, really. They've all been crackers tonight, has to be said. And so we've reached the halfway point, and it's going to see the 2 bookies' favourites to go on and win the group, Jim Long and Justin Hood, go toe-to-toe. This could be electric.
Hang on a minute.
Wow! Oh my God! Well, that's £100 down the drain already.
Itching to hit the 180.
He's gone for the maximum.
18 for the ball. Ball.
53.
No, he said bull. That's a great first start from Adam. Oh, look at this. He's going to leave Scape. Oh, can you believe it? That is unbelievable.
Get match darts to put his team into the final. And through to the final they go. Charlie Murphy has hit the match-winning dart on both occasions. Double 4 for the title.
please show your appreciation for the winner of the Influencer Pairs event, George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe.
He seems to be out. That's what he is, Charlie Murphy.
A couple more visits yet.
We're not going to need that.
Bosh.
Pie Face is through. He gets
And he's absolutely buzzing.
It was a game that Pie Face dominated throughout.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break we saw Chris Quantock get the better of Adam Mould. A real good contest by 4 legs to 3. Quantock had raced into a 3-1 lead in that particular contest before Mould took us all the way to a decider, which was eventually won by Quanny. Well, it is a battle of England and Canada in our middle match of the evening. We really have flown by the matches this evening. And it's Justin Hood and Jim Long, the two bookmakers' favourites before Dart was thrown in anger this evening, going toe-to-toe. Hood, as we mentioned earlier on this evening, a winner on the Challenge Tour at the weekend, up against Jim Long, who's been strutting his stuff on the senior circuit to some success, as well as the CDC Pro circuit in North America, and Canada. This is a very intriguing affair, it's fair to say, Matt Aker. This is the two favourites going toe-to-toe.
Jim to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, I expect this is going to be a really high-quality battle between two players that operate and dine at the very top table. And they both put in good performance in their opening game, so they both will be up to the task and
81.
Settled into the evening's action.
I wonder whether the man who wears the penguin shirt is a bit of a
100.
night owl, Justin Hood. Well, owls can turn their
100.
heads 360 degrees. And Jim Long is hoping to go full circle from his escapades yesterday, where Group A
56.
and the conclusion of it really didn't go his way at all, but a real good start to the night. The average in the end, 93.61 in that win against Chris Quantock, but it was a better performance than that.
140.
Miss Doubles really did dip down his average.
58.
And issue was a lot of those misses came in that one cluster, didn't they? I think it was in the third leg.
55. 83.
So options here for Jim Long. He doesn't need to start on the bullseye, because he does have time on his hands. But he does opt to go the conventional way, the way in which he's already got those patterns and that route to play.
80. 78. Jim, you require 45.
2 darts, a double 16 to take out the first leg. Up for double 8.
29.
Doesn't go, and
Justin, you
we've
require
already seen 3 top punch
126.
checkouts this evening. Can Justin Hood find the 4th by pinning the 1-2-6? Treble 19. Bullseye. Just
93.
couldn't find the line or length of that final dart.
Jimmy requires
So Long's
16.
going to get a second stab at double 8 to take out this first leg. Double 4.
Game
Goes
shot on the
1-0
first leg,
Long.
Jim Long. Second leg, it's Justin to throw first. Game on.
He's one of those players you'd love to mic
41.
up, isn't he, Jim Long? Because you think he's going about his work all cool, calm and collected, but there's just these little facial expressions that just make you question what might be going on between the
140.
ears.
You think you know, but you don't know when it comes to the mannerisms of Jim Long.
81.
But the thing was on Monday, he just looked so streamlined, so in the zone. But there was just 1 or 2 points yesterday and Tuesday where that frustration just crept in a little bit. But tonight he just looks a completely different animal, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose with this, there's more places, more opportunities.
140.
With that Group A, the pressure is well and truly on. And he did allude as well, didn't he, to the prize money and how sizable it is for getting in that top position.
65.
Well, this is very much akin to the Monday Jim Long. Had left herself 116 after 9 darts to break the third. Jason Hood move into a 2-0 lead.
134. Jimmy require 116.
And remember, the winner of this game is guaranteed to be on 4 points and will be guaranteed to be top of the table as well. Tops.
Game shot
Oh,
on the
beautiful.
second
It's a
leg,
12
Jim
darter. It's a
Long.
116. And that is Jim Long's 9th ton plus checkout of the
Third
week.
leg, it's Jim to throw first. Game on.
He's hitting hard again here, isn't he, Jim Long? He was running well over the 100 average for the majority of his previous game. And he's starting to creep
45.
back towards that sort of area again.
$137.
It's a case of when he is hot, he is red hot.
99.
And I'm not talking about the shirt.
Been a good week for Canadian darts, hasn't it? Matt
83.
Campbell reaching a Pro Tour final this past week. And when we talk about the development and developing territories, you've got to add Canada well and truly onto that mix. They've always had fine talent
57.
at the very top with players like John Part, 3-time world champion. But now what we're getting is a little bit more depth within the Canadian game. And I think there could be a bit of a dark horse in a couple of weeks' time at the World Cup. Canada.
99.
Matt Campbell and David Cameron. David Cameron, someone we see here regularly at the Super Series.
Well, the pairs format actually plays in the hands of the American and Canadian team because they play so much of it
108.
out in the United States and Canada. Whereas, yes, okay, the quality will come from the top nations, but they don't play as much. And so, if they find their A game, they could probably
59.
equalise out
Jimmy
the quality
require
gap.
120.
Well, this has been a quality performance. Could he find a second consecutive ton topper? Just underneath. And so Justin Hood's back for 1-2-3 to bring it back to 2-1.
45. Justin, you require 123.
Treble 18 and Bull. Well, he's left himself a ton.
43. Jim, you require 75.
But this is to briskly move into a 3-0 lead. One dart at tops. When he's had one in hand, he's been okay.
55.
Apart from that particular
Justin, you
occasion.
require 80.
This will be a bit of a nick. Tops.
60.
But Hood can't
Jim, you
convert, so
require
Jim Long
20.
will get 3 more at the double 10. This could be a big passage in
Yeah,
play.
shot on the
Jim Long
third
doesn't
leg.
allow
Jim
Justin Hood
Long.
back to the board. He does move 3-0 to the good and is now a leg away from guaranteeing top spot in the table. The halfway
Fourth
point of
flag,
the
it's
first
Justin
night
to
here
throw
in Group B.
first. Game on.
I think it'd be fair to say as well, on the evidence of recent form, that Jim Long is taking on
137.
the two players we'd expect statistically to be his biggest rivals, because Chris Quantock and Justin Hood both in the top 10 of the Challenge Tour order of merit averages. So this would be a real
94.
positive sign here for Jim Long if he can convert this into 4 points.
We'll just banish the hoodoo of yesterday and Tuesday as well, won't it?
100.
It was realistically, it was that defeat to Arnie Spee that made pay for Jim Long as far as winning Group A was concerned. We'll see Arnie in a tightly compacted Group C tomorrow afternoon from
57.
1 o'clock on the Super Series YouTube channel. Have a double session day here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth.
40. $140. 100.
Time for Hood leaves in first to a finish, but Long must be thinking 2 triple turn here, leave himself on a 2 darter.
Exactly
what he does.
Justin, you require 124.
Double 11.
113.
Fine effort, but that might be his
Jimmy
last
requires
chance.
70.
Because Jim Long's finishing has been on point.
For a thumping 4-0 win. It's only going to be a dart. But he's going to get it nonetheless, a double 16. And he
Game
only
shot
needs the
and the
one
match.
dart to
Jim Long.
depose of Justin Hood by 4 legs to 0. That was a remarkable performance from Jim Long. 2 strong showings out the gate this evening for the Canadian. And it looks like the woes of Tuesday and Wednesday are very much behind him. That is how the game panned out from a statistical viewpoint. 89.73, the average of Long, 4 from 9 on the finishing, and that 116 checkout. To boot, right, we're going to take a short break. And in return, we're going to have our halfway chat, and then we're going to watch Adam Lipscombe and Chris Quantock go to the hockey.
Welcome to the party in Portsmouth here at the Modus Live Lounge.
They've both got the talent where they can just reel off leg after leg and dish out a heavy defeat. And what a way to start the day. We're up and running here on Champions Week with a maximum.
But what a way to finish. A 12-dart leg.
Beautiful checkout there from Cam Crabtree.
Only needs the one.
Game shot on the second leg. Darius
What were you
Labanowski.
saying about efficiency?
Game shot on the third leg. Reece
Is that
Robinson.
the moment that Reece Robinson comes alive in this crucial clash? Looks like he's going to go for it. And it is right next to his favourite double top. And he gets the job done at the earliest possibility. That is Cam Crabtree through.
Case not so.
Andreas
Harrison gets the all-important win.
Game shot on the second leg. Darius Labanowski. Game shot.
Well, Smith, is it
Darius
a
Labanowski.
9? A long time. And that clenched fist.
Game shot on the
Well,
mark.
he gets the job
Andreas
done
Harrison.
in the end. He's nodding in total
Game shot on the
agreement
second
because
leg. Game shot on the fourth leg.
Just
Darius
like that.
Labanowski.
only needs the one. There you can see.
So that she can unlock at any moment. But that is quality from Harrison. If this would be a wake-up.
Welcome to the party in Pompey. Should be a good marker for him, and is. It was a great dive.
Shot on the first leg. Andreas
It's a
Harrison.
breaker throw for Andreas Harrison.
Shot on the second leg.
Consecutive breaker throw, double 16 is found.
And he does lead. It's not an 11, but it's a beautiful 12, treble 17, which he gets. Bullseye for the win. Absolutely incredible by Andreas Harrison.
He's Andreas Dirty Harrison!
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where we've reached the halfway point of our evening session here in Group B. Myself and Matthew Eckert have been watching every single dart in the commentary box tonight, and this is what we have been watching. We have been seeing a really intriguing Group B. The only player actually to have won both matches is Jim Long. Two really good performances, getting the better of Chris Quantock and Justin Hood respectively. Elsewhere, it's a winner piece for everybody other than Adam Mould, although he has had some moments. As I say, Matt is alongside me to talk about what we see. Let's begin with Jim Long, because he's the only player to have won both his matches this evening, and it's felt more like the Monday morning Jim Long, hasn't it?
Oh, he's been very, very good, hasn't he, Jim Long? He's been solid. The finishing's been fantastic. I mean, the finishing's been good all week, those tumblers checkouts, and he's added to that even further, now getting himself into double digits. The 180s are back. The composure is back. This is Jim Long at his best, and if he continues like this, he'll book his place in Saturday night very early.
Well, Justin Hood went off the other favourite with the Oz Compiler to go on and win this particular group. The first performance was so strong, but it was just outscored, really, wasn't he, by Jim in match 2?
Yeah, that's all it was. It wasn't really that he did too much wrong. He was just up against it and up against a good performance of Jim Long. I do expect Justin Hood to bounce back very quick. That will be the confidence, the resilience. He's just able to sort of resist those sort of attacks, and I think we'll see him straight back on it in the next game.
Well, Adam Lipscombe is the hometown hero. If he qualifies, good luck getting a ticket for the Live Lounge on Saturday night. He's had two really solid performances, but just the one win to show for it.
That's him nowadays, isn't it? Adam Lipscombe's solid, and he'll be a player that comes here, and yes, we thought he was value to go and take the group, but for him, his ambitions and his goals, he'll probably be looking at this going, I just want to get through. It doesn't matter how I do it. I'll be happy to get through in third place. Yes, there's more money available for finishing those higher positions, but like you said, he wants another crack at a Saturday night, and he wants another crack and playing in front of his family and friends, because he's a local boy. He's from Portsmouth.
Adam Mould hasn't won a game yet, but yet has had some of the best finishing of the night.
It's about putting it all together, though, isn't it? We can pick out individual moments, and it's so easy to do that with a lot of players. But what we need to see now from Adam Mould is he's got to dig deep. He's got to get up there. He's got to find a bit of consistency. And it's, for me, it's that sort of last visit on the scoring phase going into the finishing. Just an extra treble. Just every now and then in that sort of moment, he's just going to leave him a much easier finish, because at the moment he's finding himself a lot of the time having to take out a 1-2-7, a 1-3-8. Just that extra dart just will make the difference for Adam Mould.
Let's have a look at the table, the halfway point of the evening session. Jim Long leads the way, the only player to won every game. Adam Mould, the only player to have lost both his matches so far, and everybody tightly compacted in the middle of the pack. So that is how this Group B looks. Let's tell you how next week is going to shape up here at the Live Lounge, because this is a horrid lineup. Reece Robinson, John Henderson, Tommy Morris, Andreas Harrison, Alex Small, John O'Shea, Ross Montgomery, Richard Rowlands, Lee Cox. If you're playing in that, you'd just rather put another 10 balls in the tombola hat and try again, because that's incredibly hard.
Couple of the people as well who are playing in next week's, I've seen them in the chat already on the YouTube channel, and I won't be surprised if they've tuned in for this moment to see who they're going to be up against. And that Group A, you've got three big hitters in there: John Henderson, Reece Robinson, who will be looking to get another one.
And another one.
Andreas Harrison, the series defending champion as well. Lee Cox also recently won the Challenge Tour. He's coming up in Group C. He's been doing well and picking up wins on the Pro Tour. So there's quality all the way across that week. And like I say, that's going to be a tricky one to try and decipher.
You get the sense a player that wins next week is going to have to work to win next week.
As with most weeks, especially this week as well, it's very same in regards to the fact that it's very competitive and very close. But what we've got with next week is reputation.
Yeah.
Where this week we've got good players, but they haven't quite got that CV and that history and that reputation that's going to be on show next week. And sometimes when you go up against those names with those name values, you tend to find you feel like you need an extra 3.
Andreas Harrison's defending his title next week. It's a tough way to go out and defend your title. But how do you think he's going to get on in that defence?
How many people have? That's the big question. Only Luke Littler I can think of who's actually come back and got close to defending his title. In fact, Luke Littler did. But normally when someone wins a series, they don't even win the next following week. It's like a weight of expectation. And Andreas Harrison's going to have a spotlight on him next week. And it's going to be interesting to see if he's up to the task.
Well, in fact, Luke Littler's the only player to have won a week and then won a championship and then qualified for the next one. Although Scott Taylor did lose in the final in the previous series. That actually going to get underway Monday morning from 9:30 on the Super Series YouTube channel. You could be here next week if you want to watch that great lineup in action. Have a look at this.
Every Saturday, we open our doors for our weekly finals night.
For a unique and intimate darts experience.
Meet the Dart Stars and even the team off the telly.
Here at our purpose-built venue in Portsmouth.
Every single Saturday evening.
Tickets can be booked via this QR code.
Or at www.dartshop.tv for a very small booking fee.
Follow us at MSS Darts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok.
For all the latest ticketing news.
All you need to do, log on, book, turn up, and the action gets underway from 7:30 p.m.
So what are you waiting for?
Get your tickets to the darts.
We look forward to welcoming you to the Modus Super Series very soon.
Well, that is what we've got to look forward to next week, but let's forget about that for now and concentrate on the here and now, because Game 6 of our evening session sees Chris Quantock and Adam Lipscombe go toe-to-toe. 1 win, 1 defeat apiece for the pair as far as this evening's action is concerned. Quantock, who's been really impressive.
It's Adam to throw first. Game on!
This evening, 2 good performances. In fact, both players have been ultra impressive this evening, the way that they have played so far. But would you say Quantock's just had the jump of Lipscombe over the first 2 games?
It's always hard to try and compare performances when they're up against different players as such, because it's different sort of feels when you're up there. But this one feels going to be one that's going to suit both players in the fact that just the pace and the tempo and the rhythm
100.
of this game is just going to allow a bit of a flow.
Well, I think there's just been a slight technical issue at the beginning of this particular contest. So the referee, Jack Garwood, holds both players left, both players back. It's one of those things that happens because you've got an electronic scoreboard system, which is basically everything is done by one computer. So if there's a slight technical glitch, then the joys of technology, the whole system has to be rebooted and started again. Well, both of these players are experienced campaigners, so they will both know that this is something that does happen here. And the pair doing the right thing, just standing in the background to proceedings. Well, just double checking the situations and scenarios. Well, let's talk about the evening so far then, because Jim Long's been the player of the night. That's fair to say.
58.
Well, we were going to have that conversation, but the players have rudely interrupted us and restarted again.
81.
At least we've got the face in, eh, Henry? We've got the face in the show.
Yeah, you can have a little look at our little home here in the commentary box, our little humble boudoir that we dwell in all week.
And it's nice to see your notes not covered in tango. That would have been a interesting one earlier in the week, cut in here and
108.
Can you stop? Because Scott hasn't stopped all week banging on about it.
40. Chris, you require 124.
I take pride in them. And Quantock will take pride if he can find the ball.
99. Adam, you require 140. 42. Chris, you require 25.
It's been a slow start for Lipscombe. Quantock's responded the
Game
better
shot
of the
on
two
first
from
leg,
that.
Chris Quantock.
Just slight stoppage in play. Leads 1-0, 17 data.
Second leg, it's Chris to throw first.
Lipscombe's got to be
Game
set
on.
just like the computer system did.
$100. $100. $81. $140.
Lipscombe, another one of those players that play on feel and rhythm, and when it's going well and when it's going right, they can just make it look quite easy.
100. $140.
He's in the flow in this leg, trying to get his throw back. He was broken in the opener.
140. Adam, you require 121.
But a wayward dart with the first one has give Quantock an opportunity here.
45. Chris, you require 80.
Should be getting at least a dart if he can stay straight. There'll be a dart at tops, and he's stayed out the way and he's left the bed
60.
open, but
Adam, you
just a
require
little low.
76. $68.
However, despite
Chris, you
the
require
positivity
20.
of the leg leading up to the double for Lipscombe, Quantock can step in here by
Game shot
pinning
on
the
a
double
second
10 into
leg,
move 2
Chris
to the good.
Quantock.
Backing up the break with a hold.
Third leg, it's Adam to throw first. Game on. $95. $58. $100.
There is a possibility that this night could very quickly unravel for Adam Lipscombe. He won 4-1 against Adam Mould in match 1, but then lost 4-1 in match 2.
58.
And if he's on the receiving end of a heavy defeat here by Quantock, then suddenly he is in need of winning his last match of the night against Jim Long, the man
100.
who's the only player still to taste defeat in this particular group.
40. $46.
Maximum wouldn't leave a finish for Quantock, but it put him back in the leg with a
140.
little bit of interest.
Adam, you require 160.
Just keeps Adam honest, and he has got 6 on this 160, and he's going to leave
100.
himself on a single to double upon his return.
$95. Adam, you require 60.
Tops.
Game shot
On
the
the board,
third
he
leg,
sandwiches
Adam
it in
Lipscombe.
the middle. He found the jam between the 2 loaves of bread.
Fourth leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
Wasn't quite sure whose turn it was to throw there, Adam Lipscombe, a sign that he was really just engaged with the game. Sometimes you just lose track of
100.
whose throw it is.
$100.
We're going to have a look at the darts from an overhead
123.
angle here. Both going very straight, don't they?
140. 98. 95.
Well, Lipscombe, because he's straight into the treble 5 there, isn't going to leave himself on a finish. More of a misstray than a miscount.
55.
So it does present Quantock with the opportunity to re-establish that two-leg gap in this match.
100. Chris, you require 125.
Expect to see him starting on the bullseye. This for Lipscombe
105.
looks like an
Adam, you
easy
require
task, 66, but it's all on that first dart because it now means he'll only get the one dart at the double. He takes a deep breath.
48. Chris, you require
Because this
20.
evening, when Quantock's been presented with opportunities, he's taken them. And double 10 has been very, very helpful to him.
No score.
But not that
Adam,
time.
you require 18. Game shot on the full
And level we are for
flag.
2-0.
Adam Lipscombe.
So for 2-0 down, Lipscombe's leveled up at 2-2.
Fifth flag. It's Adam to throw first. Game on. $121. $140. $108.
Well, this leg ain't smelly, is it?
Two.
And Lipscombe's just getting a bit of a whiff of an opportunity here.
81.
From 2-0 down, he's 6 darts away from moving 3-2 up. But Quantock, who's burnt the
100.
opportunity, 3 in hand, a double 10 in the previous leg to move 3-1 up, because suddenly see himself 3-2 behind.
100. Adam, you require 100.
Showing some real qualities again here, Adam Lipscombe. Last time he was here, we've shown the quality where he's leading from the front. This
50.
time, showing his resilience, his fighting qualities, the ability to raise it at the right times.
60. Adam, you require 50.
10 for tops. Double 10.
Game shot on the
3-2
fifth
Lipscombe.
flag. Adam Lipscombe.
And for 2-0 down, Baby Boy finds himself in front.
Sixth flag. It's Chris to throw first. Game on. $100. $85. $60. $140. $93.
Lipscombe looking to round it off 4-2 here.
55.
But his Quantock, we're going to send this all the way. Now, he's already won a last leg decided tonight. Beat Adam Mould by a 4-3 scoreline in our 4th match of the evening.
92.
In fact,
Chris, you
he
require
takes it to a last leg
108.
decided. He would have played all but one leg so far this evening. Tops. Oh,
Game shot on the
beautiful.
sixth flag,
And we
Chris
go the
Quantock.
distance. Quantock with a 108 to take us all the way.
Seventh and final
15
leg.
dart to
It's
the
Adam
boot.
to throw first.
He really has
Game
been.
on.
Quality is Quanny this evening.
100.
A very good, evenly battled game here where you feel like both players just cancelling each other out.
108.
It's Quantock who finds a little bit more quality in the opening exchange.
100.
His timing has been impeccable.
60.
It's all right turning it on, but you've got to turn it on when it
85.
matters the most. And these are the moments where you really want to be turning it on. Oh, he's turned on all right.
140.
Lipscombe needs another treble. Finds another treble.
140.
Leaves
Brits
himself on a
require
2-darter.
121.
And the 1-2-1 will be needed on the back of the 108 now, you feel. And it could go. The bullseye for the match.
88.
Both players will feel like they've
Adam,
done
you
the right
require
thing here.
66.
Lipscombe looking at a 15-dart leg.
Game shot.
And he
the
gets
match,
over the line with
Adam
a 14
Lipscombe.
darter. And Adam Lipscombe gets the better of Chris Quantock by 4 legs to 3 in a seesaw affair which ebbed and flowed in either player's direction. It's Baby Boy who picks the points up in a contest where both players averaged in excess of 90. But it's Lipscombe who picks up the spoils. Coming up after the break, we're going to watch Adam Mould in action up against Jim Long.
You've seen some of the he wears. Very modest there, Johnny.
Right, I am.
Oh, it's horrific. I'll get it out at the end. And the tattoo. I'm not even that intelligent, it's just he's that thick. Do that clap thing, yeah, that's the one. Well, you finished top of the Premier League that year and I still beat you.
Oh.
Probably.
Oh, cheers, you silly.
3,
Get down there.
2, 1, go.
The table guy.
Nope, your eyes did not deceive you, and I can tell you no professional darts players were harmed in the making of that. Was that one? That was quite nice there from Jim Long. Anyway, I'm getting completely distracted here amongst all the brilliance that we're watching. This is Game 7 of our evening. It's Jim Long up against Adam Mould here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. I've been completely put off there by Jim Long. That's available on the YouTube channel anyway. So this is our 7th match of the evening. Adam Mould up against Jim Long. Yeah, nice little 1-2-7 and game to warm up for the Canadian, but he's hoping to win this particular game, and if he does,
First
he'll move on
leg, it's
to
Adam to throw first.
6 points in the group.
Game on.
Well, it feels like the 1-2-7 game is the only thing that Adam Mould hasn't hit yet. He's been good in the Ton Plus department, the only player to have more than one Ton Plus checkout, but he hasn't got a win on the board as of yet.
121.
So to summarise, that video
140.
between Clayton and Cullen is available now.
Yeah, I've just completely messed up that link. Yeah, go. It's on the YouTube channel. Get a new commentator.
54.
Have you checked out that video yet? As you can see from the promo, it is quite a laugh.
You know I like a laugh.
100.
Yeah, that and plenty other good content available on the Super Series YouTube channel.
100.
Well, Long tonight has been the man. That Maximum puts himself on a 2-darter after just 9 darts.
His 5th maximum of the night as well, and that was the biggest feature for Jim Long when he was playing well on Monday. 9 maximums. It's 7 on Tuesday.
Double 12 for an 11-darter to start for Jim Long. The breaker throw found 2. He's just in one of those moves tonight, the Canadian.
Game on.
And Adam Mould, you said, there's a long way to go from here. He can find the funny side of it.
$82. $46. $140.
Well, just Jeff Smith stayed awake to tune in and check out his fellow Canadian Jim Long.
59.
Just have a couple of days before he's back up there on the stage, trying to win his first weekly title here at the Super Series, the man who topped Group A.
Well, we've seen a Canadian play at Champions Week, but we've never seen a Canadian win a week of the Super Series. Jacob Taylor came in as a replacement as the best runner up in Series 3. Nearly won the Champions Week.
100.
It was he who was denied by Luke Littler when the Nuke won his first title here. Well, this could be a 12 on the back of an 11. Double 16. Oh, this is beautiful from Jim Long. 11 followed by a 12. He's averaging 130 right now.
Third leg, it's Adam to throw first.
We're halfway through the game, so this is the point where you do start to have your mind wander a little bit, don't you? And you do start to think of potential record territory.
Well, this is where we get to the point where we talk about the 102.69 of Darryl Pilgrim in a 4-0 win against Denny Elder Coulter back in the August of 2023.
60.
Awful now, it's only 122.5.
It's the thing when you're dealing with this sort of short
57.
format game, one bad visit with these high numbers can just shave off quite the sizable chunk.
Well, he's already had that this evening, hasn't he, in his game against Chris
57.
Quantock, where he averaged 93.61, but actually the performance was much better than that. But the doubles he missed was in a large chunk, which is why his average tumbled down from what was around about the 106 region.
96. $60.
Ironic, isn't it? 11 darts, 12 darts, then he has 9 darts without a treble.
79. $180.
Well timed max there for Jim Long. Didn't hit a treble until that point, then filled it up.
97. Jim, you require 144.
The double breaker throw. Another one of them. Double 12. Oh, this is majestic from Jim Long. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely sublime.
First. Game on.
118.66 the average.
$39.
Well, I think that 39 there for Jim Long eliminates the opportunity of breaking the record, but it's still going to be a sizable performance. Jim Long, the only player so far this week who's registered an average over 100. That came on Monday in game number 3 when he averaged 101.90.
30. $100.
Just strange patterns, isn't it? 3 troubleless visits, 180-144 out. After a 12 darter and an 11 darter, then he opens 30-39.
95.
Well, there goes the record average. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
97.
Well, Mould's threatening the break here. Bring it back to 3-1, hold throw, and suddenly we go from a position where Jim Long's threatening the record average and a tumbling victory to the scoreline being in a little bit of pebble, because it's gone from the sublime to a little bit of the ridiculous here for Jim Long. And
64.
Yeah, in this leg, 39-30-25. Adam Mould having
91.
a bit of an easy canter towards a breaker throw.
$58. Adam, you require 73.
Double 8. To get one back on the board. And that's a 14 darter as well. Not just as a leg back, but it's a leg back with a bit of quality too. It's a break.
It's Adam to throw first.
So he has the darts here to
Game
really
on.
make things interesting in this contest. Could be a scene change here.
108.
The tide could well be a turning.
Well, that's the thing about an average, isn't it? An average only tells you what the player's done until this point. Doesn't mean it's going to continue like that. You've got to keep coming back to the board and keep delivering.
123. $91.
Well, this is what we were mentioning earlier on. As quickly as Long can run off into the sunset, as quickly as this game can be brought back to an even kilter.
85.
An even kilter this is becoming.
And this short format always leads to this as well. Jim Long would have felt he was so close to the finishing line not long ago, and all of a sudden he could be in that situation where he's thinking, I've only got one more leg of throwing first to win the match.
$43. Adam, you
Well,
require
that's the question. What's harder, the 9 dart or the 147? Well, this ain't 49. And that ain't going to be a 147 either.
60.
He's left himself 87 after 12. Two very, very good legs from Adam Mould back to back. And Jim Long's going to have some questions to answer here, possibly. But also, you've got to give credit to Adam Mould, because as Jim Long was racing away, moving into a 3-0 lead, hitting a 144 and averaging 118.
83.
He's persevered with
Adam,
the
you
task,
require
and
87.
he's beginning to get openings now. And it's double 18, now double 17.
Game shot
Great
on the fifth
readjustment.
flag.
That wasn't a
Adam
nice
Mould.
readjustment at all. That's why he just took his time a little bit before going for the double 17.
Sixth
But
flag.
Adam will be all
It's Jim
too
to throw
aware this
first.
is the leg where
Game
Jim Long
on.
has the darts to win.
$41.
Jim Long is finding himself in a spot of trouble here.
134.
Adam Mould is now averaging more than Jim Long. Who would have thought that when we popped the averages up and Jim Long was averaging 130 and Adam Mould was in the low 80s?
177.
Well, let's show you those averages again, because, well, I say that. Long hits a 177, and now he's back in front of the averages. Well, that's how it looks. Mould playing at a real attainable level, though, in the 94, whereas
57.
Long's had sparks of bullets in the first 3 legs, but he may only need one more leg where the sparks need to fly.
97.
He hates that first start, but he knows he has to find a couple of treble 20s to leave a finish.
45.
Six starts for the match.
$115.
Beautiful set of play there for Jim Long, who is now just a couple of darts away.
$82. Jim, you require 71.
To get over the line and to win 4-2. Tops of the match.
51.
He's going to have time.
$137.
Good response for Adam, but is it going to be in vain? Jim Long stares down double 10. To complete a hat-trick of victories.
Jim Long.
And so far, it's all about Jim Long in this Group B. He's the only player who's now unbeaten, and he is now, we've got 6 points to his name. He is getting along with the job very nicely indeed. 3-0 up with 118 average. He flew out the traps, did the Canadian. Adam Mould with a good response, but it was in vain in the end. Long running out a 4-2 winner against Mouldy. Coming up after the break, it's from Mouldy to Quanny, and he takes on Hoodie. Yay, we'll see you next. Welcome back to the live lounge here in Portsmouth, where before the break we saw Jim Long get the better of Adam Mould by 4 legs to 2. It means he moves on to 6 points in the group, and he's a win away from completing the card on this opening night. Well, Chris Quantock's evening comes to an end here against Justin Hood. So far, just the one win for Corny. That's despite some good performances in there as well. He's averaged in excess of 19 each of his first 3 matches, but has only been able to yield the one win. And he takes on Justin Hood, who perhaps, excuse me, perhaps is licking his wounds somewhat following a 4-0 defeat to Jim Long.
60.
Well, I tell you what, Matt, it started so well for you, but the last few minutes it's gone absolutely terribly.
$96.
Bit of a battle of the lefties here, isn't it?
140.
It's a battle of the lefties that have been putting in some good stuff and some good numbers on the various tours of which they play
65.
their darts. Although I've never really been a fan of that dart. The 25 and bullseye in that situation. Just feels like you're burning a dart.
81. 108.
Superb maximum that by Justin Hood to leave himself first to a finish, just to really apply the pressure to the Quantock throw right from the get-go.
60. Justin, you require 160.
Both players left on 160, but Hood has taken the darts in leg 1.
60. Chris, you require 160.
Quantock unable to find the 160, so Hood's going to be back for the time, but my goodness, is it going to be under pressure.
100.
Tops.
80. Chris, you require
So
20.
Quantock's going to return for double 10 to take out this first leg, double 5. And it goes. Quantock leads 1-0.
Second leg, it's Justin to throw first. Game on. $57. 121.
This is the last game of the night for Chris Quantock. We will see Justin Hood again. He will be in our very last game of the night. He'll be taking on Adam Mould,
100.
who has yet to pick up a victory so far tonight. So a really key match for Adam Mould in the finale.
42.
Could end up being quite a crucial game for Justin Hood as well.
140.
So far only got the one victory on the board.
182.
Quantock has found a maximum in every single game he's played this year. That trend will continue in his final game of the night.
158.
But he's not going to convert the 158, and so Hood's back for the 147 to
58.
level
Justin,
this
you require
match up at 1 apiece.
147. 131. Chris, you require 100.
Now that's inviting for the treble, and that's why he persevered and stayed there.
60.
So
Justin,
Hood
you
comes back for
require
double 8 to
16.
level this particular encounter up.
Game shot
And
on a
levels your
second
Devils,
leg.
1 apiece.
Justin Hood. Third leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on. $82. 140. 83.
Hood's average here, 99 on the nose.
96.
Just confirming his solid status as a player.
43. 57. 48. 81. 100.
Well, both players on a finish. Hood gets the first poke at the 127 in game. Triple 19 of the ball. Not to be. So it's Quantock got a 145 in the locker.
55. Chris, you require 145. 55. Justin, you require 72.
Tops a Hood. And that's the
Game
break.
shot on the third leg.
And that's
Justin
2-1
Hood.
in the direction of Happy Feet.
Fourth flag, it's Justin to throw first. Game on. $57. 100. $60.
It's been solid all night, hasn't it, for
95.
Chris Quantock? We've been drawn to the eyes. I've been drawn to Jim Long due to the fact that he's top of the table and he was running at that record stats not too long ago. But Quantock's averages for the night, just shy of 92, 94 and 92. So that means he'll be running
100.
around about a 93 average for the evening. That is very, very good. That is quality.
57.
So much so that if we actually compare that to that of the PDC Pro Tour running averages,
24.
it would actually be in the top 32.
$99.
Well, he's left himself 88 to move 3-1 in front here, Justin Hood.
56.
Oh, Quantock could
Justin,
run at
you
that average
require
of a night.
88.
And yet only pick up one win. Whereas by contrast, if he was played to that level in Group C, he would have had all manner of success. But in this
Shot on the
group,
fourth
the
flag,
smallest
Justin
margins are
Hood.
getting punished, and Justin Hood, courtesy of that 88 out, moves 3-1 in front.
Fifth flag, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
Going up to the heavens, and he's looking very happy, and so he should be.
100.
Oh, beautiful darts there for
171.
Justin Hood. Finding one of the three big major power
44.
scoring trebles.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh,
136.
being a little bit cheeky, Justin.
108.
May want to watch out though. Quantock's on his tail.
$64.
Leaves a more gettable finish there, just the one treble required.
98. Justin, you require 130.
To complete a 4-1 win. But that goes awry. That's a pull from Justin, and he knows all about it. And so Quantock's going to come back for 79
90.
to
Chris,
bring
you
it back
require
to 3-2.
79.
But Hood will have the darts if this doesn't go, and he's got Tots if this doesn't go.
Game shot
And
on the
Quantock with a
fifth
14
flag,
darter
Chris
brings
Quantock.
it back to 3-2, and Justin Hood has the darts here to win by 4 legs to 2.
Sixth flag, it's Justin to throw first. Game on.
Quality again
58.
from Chris Quantock, who has had a good evening's work, a good evening's worth of performances,
60.
but without really getting the results here. And if Justin Hood is able to get one more leg, it'll mean Quantock will leave here with just 1 win, 2 points on the board,
93.
despite that level of performance that would have him inside the World's or the Pro Tour's top 32.
123.
But I suppose it also serves a lesson in regards to timing, doesn't it? You can play to a great level, but
96.
Been saying it all day. Performing and putting a good performance in is not like playing a good game.
58. 94.
so Justin Hood 160 points away from a 4-2 victory. Put Quantock on his tail, and he's going to leave himself on a 2 darter on the back of that, Max.
Justin, you require 160.
He's not going to win it in style. Quantock is going to get a go at this 80 to send this match
40.
all the way to a
Chris, you require 80.
last leg decider. 1 dart's all he's going to get. Tops.
60. Justin, you
And you
require
wouldn't take
120.
this out of the range of Justin Hood, who's the only player without a ton plus checkout yet this evening. Good change here. Tops of the match. He climbs the ladder towards success, and Justin Hood gets the better with Chris Quantock by 4 legs to 2. Quanny, who's played some superb stuff this evening, but only picks up 1 win for those efforts. Justin Hood 4 from 4 on the doubles, a 120 out, a 4-2 win, which puts him onto 4 points. He's still got Adam Mould to play, but Jim Long can complete the card here. If he gets the better of Adam Lipscombe after the break, he would be 4 wins on 4. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break, Justin Hood got the better Chris Quantock by 4 legs to 2. So that means that Hood moves on to 4 points in the group, level with Adam Lipscombe. But this man in your picture here, Jim Long, can complete the card if he can win this game against Lipscombe. A Canadian who has looked oh so impressive this evening. He got the better of Adam Mould 4-2 in his previous game, had threatened the record average for 3 legs before Mould made a mini revival, but it was Jim Long who got over the line eventually. Adam Lipscombe's shown glimpses this evening, but you get the sense that he's waiting for a real big performance to come to fruition. Maybe he'll end on a high here.
$99. $100.
Adam Lipscombe would have been sat in the back room and just seeing all these performances of Jim Long. Certainly that last game when the average just kept popping up on the screen. All the players would have been pointing at it, go, take a look at this.
180.
And he's off again. Already finding 8 maximums this evening.
125.
One thing we learned about Adam Lipscombe in that last game is he won't lie down. When he was 2-0 down, he was getting beaten and managed to completely turn the game around when he beat Chris Quantock by 4 legs to 3.
105.
Well, he's kicking off in the vein that he did in that match against Adam Mould. Leaving himself 117 after 9.
85.
He's going to get
Jim
6 on here
117.
to take out the opening leg of this match. And he's going to need the full quota.
85.
He'll leave himself on 32 after 12 to take the opening chalk of this particular contest.
91. Jim, you require 32. Game shot on the
13
first
data
leg,
for Jim Long. That's kind of been a phrase we've been saying a lot this evening.
Second leg, it's Adam to throw first. Game on. $60. $100. $180.
Lipscombe joining the maximum party. We've had quite a few tonight. It's been surprisingly Justin Hood that's been the player that's chipped in the least so far with that column. Chris Quantock completed his evening's work. He's finished on 8. Jim Long now sat on 8 maximums. 7 before this game and 1 in it.
85.
One for Lipscombe is 3rd of the evening. So nearly enough averaging 1 a game, which I'm sure he'll be happy with.
I think he'll be happy enough with the performances. And I think if you gave him 4 points at the beginning of proceedings, he would be okay with it. Look, you're 50-50 for the night. You're very much in the mix going into
100.
tomorrow. We could have that uniform table if Long wins this game and Justin wins the last match of the night, because Long will be on 8, Hood will be on 6, Lipscombe will be on 4, Quantock will be on 2, and Mould will be about a point to his name. But Adam's got other ideas in that particular department because he's left 76 after 12.
100. Adam, you
To
require
square this game up at 1
76.
apiece, and he's got 6 from here. And he's going to get a dart at tops to get it done in 5 visits.
56.
And it's got time.
$98. Adam, you require 20.
So this double 10 to equalise the scores.
Game shot on
And
the
level
second
we are,
leg. Adam
1-1
Lipscombe.
in this contest between Long in Lipscombe.
Third leg, it's Jim to throw first. Game on. $140. $100.
The amount of times that
100.
I took a look at our stat screen here in the commentary box when Jim Long's playing and seen him running over 100. It's been the majority of the evening.
80.
It just seems to, at the back end of games, just lose his way a little bit, which has just dropped him below that. But certainly in the meat of the game, he's been over the 100 for the majority of the time.
But he's been able to do that damage early enough in a contest that that drop-off doesn't mean in terms of the end result, it does in too much damage.
$45. $60. $40.
Oh, that's desperately unlucky. Well, Long's
Jimmy
going to come
require
back in for the 144 to make it 2-1.
Well, we've seen him do this already this evening, haven't we? The 144 finish. It was another one of those. It was a double 12, but on this occasion it's just going to be a setup play, and he's got the time in which to do so. The bounce out didn't help Lipscombe's case. Make that the 2 bounce outs. If they're just singles, it means that Lipscombe only needs the 1 treble to get to a finish. It may be completely irrelevant here.
Double 16.
Game shot
2-1
on the third
Long.
leg, Jim Long.
They're always, or at least the last few days, there's always been a sense of Jim that,
to throw first.
and you picked upon this earlier, it feels like he feels that there is more to come.
Well, he's shown us how much he's got in the locker, hasn't he, with some of the performances he's played tonight, with the 11 darter, the 12 darter, the 144, the 8 maximums.
140.
Add that to the 19 maximums he's hit already in Group A. It's 27 maximums.
60. $81. $45. $60. $85.
So Long here, 6 starts for 220 to break the throw of Lipscombe to move into a 3-1 lead, and then he'd have the darts to complete a 4-1 success.
$60. $131.
Well, 1-3-1 leads
Jimmy
Lipscombe
require 160.
on a square ton, but Long, it's already had a couple of Tub Plus checkouts tonight, the 116 and the 144. The 160 is going to be added to the glistening collection, and so Lipscombe comes back looking at a
100.
square ton to level this match up at 2 apiece. Went for tops, and able to fight it with dart 1, persevered with dart 3 of that particular turn.
60.
It's 11-7-79. tops. Long
shot
gets
on
the
the full
break. He's
flag,
3-1
Jim
up,
Long.
and now he has the darts here to complete the card on night one.
Fifth flag, it's Jim to throw first. Game on.
Something we didn't think would be happening with this group when you looked at the quality of it, but that just shows the quality of the performance that Jim Long's been putting in throughout this evening.
$140.
And it looks like he's running towards the finishing line. But Lipscombe's going to follow by a similar pace.
139.
It feels like with this group as well, 8 points might be enough to get you a qualification place, and
60.
Jim Long would be on 8 points if he is able to complete the job here against Adam Lipscombe.
Well, he'd be hoping really that Adam Mould beats Justin Hood for more than one reason. Of course, it would
70.
keep everybody else kept apart, but also mean that mathematically he'd know that only one win tomorrow would be enough to get himself through to Saturday night's final.
Jeff Smith, the only confirmed player we know so far for week 2.
60. $30.
That could be the last mistake that Adam Lipscombe is afforded to make.
Because from here, you'd St. Long will be able to see the job through.
95. $95. Jim, you require 146.
Another one of them. Double 16.
114.
Would have been an incredible way to
Adam,
have
you
finished
require
off an incredible evening for him.
And Lipscombe's not going to scare the 167, so the chance to go
99.
through the card for
Jim, you
Jim Long.
require 32.
Just one successful dart away.
Double 16. Double 8. And it's the tale of a long night in Group B. Jim Long wins all 4 matches. And he is the man in full command of proceedings here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. He beats Adam Lipscombe by 4 legs to 1 to make it 4 wins from 4 on this Thursday night for the Canadian. Jeff Smith qualified through Group A yesterday. Jim Long looks set and close to qualifying through Group B already. After night 1's action. Well, we've got one more game to go this evening, and it's Justin Hood up against Adam Mould.
Hang on a minute.
Wow! Oh my God! Well, that's £100 down the drain already.
Itching to hit the 180.
He's gone for the maximum.
Team for the ball. Ball.
53.
No, he said bull. That's a great first out from Adam. Oh, look at this. He's going to leave Scape. Oh, can you believe it? That is unbelievable.
Get match darts to put his team into the final. And through to the final they go. Charlie Murphy has hit the match-winning dart on both occasions. Double 4 for the title.
Game shot out of the match. Please show your appreciation for the winner of the Influencer Pairs event, George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe.
seems to be out. That's what he is, Charlie Murphy. A couple more visits yet. We're not going to need that.
Bosh.
Pie Face is through.
And he is absolutely buzzing.
It was a game that Pie Face dominated throughout.
Welcome back to the final game of the night here at the Modus Super Series between Adam Mould and Justin Hood. Well, Mould have had a win to his name this evening up against Justin Hood, who can move on to 6 points and give us a fully uniformed Group B table going into tomorrow evening's proceedings.
First leg, it's Justin to throw first.
And Justin has been... Would it be fair to say Justin's been solid this evening without really bursting into his real top gear?
97.
I think solid's the fairest way to describe everyone tonight. It's been a really good night's action tonight here at the Super Series. I think Adam Mould will probably feel a bit harshly done by to find himself without a victory yet, but still a chance to get something registered on the board here.
100.
This is the battle of the joint favourite and the joint outsider to round off the evening's action here in Portsmouth.
28.
And of course, the way the fixtures go, this will be the first match of tomorrow evening's play. So, who knows how important this could be. And before the time anybody else plays again, Adam Mould could be on 4 points by doing the double over Justin Hood, who himself would be kept on 4 points. And suddenly it would put everybody in play. In matter of fact, Jim Ron could go through tomorrow night on 10 points in his first game, with Mould doing the double over Hood, putting him on 4 points, and then Chris Quantock beating Hood would put him onto 4 points. And so you'd have a scenario in the table where Jim Long would be streaks clear on 10 points, safely home and hose, but everybody else tied on the same number of points there behind him.
60. Justin, you require 92. $76.
Rhodes left himself on double 8 after 5 visits to the board to take out this first leg and to take out a 1-0 lead.
Justin, you require 16.
2 8s.
Game shot
1-0 to Justin Hood.
Justin Hood.
First blood goes the way of the man with the penguin on the back of his shirt.
Second leg, it's Adam to throw first. Game on.
You much of a penguin fan, Matt?
I do like me chocolates.
96. $81.
There is actually a story behind Justin Hood's Happy Feet nickname. Turned up to a local competition and he didn't have the correct footwear in which to play on stage for that particular match. So he had to borrow a pair of shoes from a friend, and it's fair to say that the
134.
shoe sizage was just a little bit different compared to the person he took the shoes off of, and apparently he was gliding up and down in those shoes as if it was the character from that Robin Williams film, which is why he's got the name Happy Feet. More of a penguin man myself.
Adam, you require 132.
132 for Mould. Oh, another one of them. Oh, would have been a bit of champagne supernova late on in the evening. It would have been an oasis of excellence.
76.
But how many special
Justin, you
players
require
change and how many
152.
legs can be the same? This finish could be very, very high. And it would have been halfway towards a landslide
100.
for
Adam,
Justin
you require
Hood.
56.
Tots for a hole for Mould.
Game shot
And that
on the
leg
second
all
leg.
told
Adam
in
Mould.
14.
Third leg, it's Justin to throw first. Game on. $57. $55.
I suppose for Mould, this is a crucial game because you could really lose some distance on the qualification places. It's not as bad as we have seen in the past where
100.
a player needs to make up 6 points from 0. It'd only be 4 points off a qualification place, which is Adam Lipscombe at the moment. But it does feel like the impossible task.
97.
Or the improbable task when you've got to turn it all around on day 2.
But he's thankful for the fact that Jim Long has won 4 from 4. Otherwise,
74.
this would be a really hard task for him even at this stage.
$60. $140. $100. Justin, you require 130.
So Hood's got 6 darts on 130 here to go 2-1 to the good.
90.
And he's going to leave himself on top upon his return.
$57. Justin, you require 40.
Tots for Hood.
Game
2-1
shot on the
Hood.
third leg, Justin Hood.
And this hard task for Adam Mould, step by step, incrementally,
Fourth flag,
is
it's Adam
becoming
to
an
throw
absolute
first.
Everest of a
Game
mountain
on.
to climb.
It just means that every time he's got the throw, it's under so much importance and scrutiny.
125.
Hood looking to try and expose the pressure that will be inflicted at the moment on Adam Mould, but he's resisting well.
And he may well be saving his best till last here.
100.
Justin Hood averaging 99.44 at this present moment in time.
80. $40.
Just when you thought things are going a bit quiet, Hood finds a max.
182.
His first of the game, his average ticks over the ton mark, 102.83.
96. Justin, you require 101.
101 for a 3-1 lead. He's going to get a dart, a double 60 to do exactly that.
69. Adam, you require 140.
So who's going to come back? 3 darts in hand, a double 60 to break the throw of Adam Mould and to move 3-1 to the good.
82. Justin, you require 32. Game shot on the fourth
In
leg.
it goes,
Justin
3-1 he
Hood.
leads. Ton average for Hood.
Mould's in big trouble now. his week is in
Fifth flag,
serious
it's Justin
jeopardy.
to throw first. Game on.
The breaker throw means Justin Hood will have the throw in 2 of the last 3 legs should he need it to get the job done. And that will keep Adam Mould at the bottom of the table on 0.
$100.
Well, Mould with a ton there, just has a half a dart lead following the first round of throws.
140.
But ton 40 re-establishes Justin Hood's advantage.
$100. $100. $100.
Not making any ground here, Adam Mould, but he's sticking with Justin Hood, hoping for a bit of a slip.
78.
A big last start there for Justin Hood. Keeps himself in control.
$81. Justin, you require 126.
Well, there should be some way to cap off what has been a good night for Justin Hood. What about the trouble 19? So Mould will return for the 120.
Adam, you require
to at least pull one back.
120.
Single. Tops.
80.
Oh, the worst time for a bounce out.
Justin, you require
Justin
28.
Hood comes back looking at double 14 to complete a 4-1 win. To complete a win, which would make it 3 wins from 4 for the night. But it's not job done just yet.
24.
Mould
Adam, you
comes back
require
for tops.
40.
To extend this game further. Beautiful guide. Can't use it, double 10. Doesn't
30.
go. And so Justin Hood
you
is back
require
for double
4.
2. To get over the line. To make it 3 wins from 4 on the opening night. Double 2. And he doesn't like the lie.
No
he
score.
couldn't have got any closer without
Adam, you
finding the
require
bed.
10.
He's had match starts, he's had opportunities, he wasn't able to go over the line, and Adam Mould gets a reprieve,
Game
and he
shot on the
takes
fifth
it.
flag, Adam Mould.
Well, that's one of the breaks a throw Adam Mould is going to need if he is going to
Sixth
get
flag,
himself
it's
off the
Adam to
bottom
throw
of the
first.
table.
Game on. $134.
We saw a bit of a resistance from Adam Mould in that game against Jim Long, didn't we, earlier on this evening?
97.
Quite come to fruition. We saw the same against Chris Quantock. He's had his battling qualities, but he just hasn't been able to get over the line in a match this evening.
81. $100. $60. $96.
Well, Mould here is 6 starts on 226 to take us all the way to a deciding leg.
$90.
I was thinking one good score here. Leave myself on a 2-dial. Would have been the fault with 2
96.
trebles, but
Adam, you
kept
require
himself on an okay out.
136.
More makeable than the 136.
58. Justin, you require 112.
So 112 for the match, 112 for a free win from Fortnite. And he's going to get a dart, a double 16.
80.
He's now had
Adam,
darts
you
in 2
require
legs to get the
78.
job done, Justin Hood.
They're starting to add up as well, aren't they? That's 7 match darts now Justin Hood has had.
I know he's going to have tops here, Adam Mould, to take us all the way, but it's an opportunity
Justin, you
spurn.
require
And
32.
Justin Hood comes back, wanting double 16 for a 4-2 win. It's 3 wins from 4 for Justin Hood on the first night of Group B. He gets the better of Adam Mould by 4 legs to 2. And so the table is going to be fairly uniform following the first night's play. Hood 4, Mould 2. That's the score from our final game of the night. But it's a night that's been dominated by Jim Long. He's the man at the top of the table, having won all 4 of his matches. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where Thursday night has been Jim Long's night. He's won all 4 matches in Group B, and he joins us in the studio now. Jim, from the very first start tonight, it just looked like it all clicked into place.
Yeah, it was way more relaxed. Monday was really good for me. I felt good. And then I just felt like I tried too hard for some reason Tuesday, Wednesday. And today was just play. See what happens.
Was today a little bit about reset mentality and the fact that the group's back to 0 points? You're almost effectively playing a Monday again.
Yeah, I think the change in structure and the pay structure and everything affected me a bit on the early start of the week, just because it used to be, because I have a lot of travel expense coming over. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to win instead of just playing. Yeah, so just come out and play today and see what happens.
Well, in terms of playing today, you played some magnificent stuff at times. The scoring was on point, and you started every single game very, very well. Me and Matt were in commentary today, and after 2 or 3 legs, every single time we looked up at the stat screen, your average was somewhere above the ton mark.
I had a few of those early in the week too, and then, man, I just couldn't carry on with it. But it's a funny game. Sometimes you just need to relax, and I knew when I saw the list of guys tonight that I could easily be 0-4 and still play well and not win a game. So I just wanted to come out and play and enjoy myself.
Against Adam Mould, those first 3 legs, how good did that feel? Because your average after 3 legs was 118.66.
Are you kidding me?
Absolutely not.
I had no idea. Didn't feel like anything different. I have no idea. Yeah, surprise.
Well, this is actually the 144, which put you 3-0 to the good. And the timing of a couple of those shots tonight were so key. Games that could have been a bit tighter, you'd put in your favour a fair bit.
Yeah, I felt that I was fortunate timing wise tonight too. You know, like guys could hit a big shot or a big finish, and they just didn't do that right just for the timing for me. So yeah, it's just I'm not going to say I feel lucky, but I do feel pretty fortunate, you know, how that worked out.
Well, Matt's been watching all of the action with me in the commentary box tonight. What would be your overall assessment of Jim's evening?
He touched on it there with one word in that last sentence: timing. Match play. That was the thing that worked really well for Jim. There was moments where the games got really tight and then he'd find a maximum and extend it away. When we look at that game where he's averaging the 118, he actually opened that third leg without a treble in the first 9 darts, then hit a 180 and a 144 out. That is timing, and that is what Jim was so strong on throughout the entire evening.
Well, Jim, we'll have another quick chat with you in just a second, but we're going to have a look at the league table now. I'm just going to get Matt to assess what he's seen elsewhere this evening. Chris Quantock could probably feel hard done by only being on 2 points, and actually everybody this evening really did play their part, didn't they?
I was thinking exactly the same. Chris Quantock's played very good tonight. We had a look after 3 games and compared his averages to that of the PDC Pro Tour, and he'd be in the top 32 of the averages on what he's played tonight, but he's only managed to pick up 2 points in this group. Now, the other thing is, had Chris Quantock picked up more results, someone else would be on less and would probably just be having the exact same conversation, just about a different player, because tonight has been a very high standard.
Well, final word this evening goes to yourself, Jim. Good night tonight. What's going to be the plan tomorrow going into the final assault for the week?
I might go see another movie. We went and watched a movie today, and we're staying way down at the shopping plaza down there. So we went to the View, watched a movie today. So I don't know. I'll go see a movie tomorrow, relax. If you guys allowed fans, I'd come in and watch the darts tomorrow probably, because that's probably the best thing I could watch. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's good.
What film was it?
It was The Planet of the Apes.
Oh, see? Films, darts, it just works hand in hand. Jim, thank you very much for popping up. Congratulations on your efforts this evening. Matt, thank you for your company over the last 4 days. It's been great fun as ever working with you. And always great to have your company as well. Do join us tomorrow from 1 o'clock on the Super Series YouTube channel to see how Group C is going to culminate. And that's going to be a very tightly contested group as well. But as far as the night session is concerned, where it's the gentleman who takes the honours, he's 4 from 4. Bye from us.